did I know what was to unfold. But let's rewind a couple of days first.
Families of the fishermen live here. In total, we have around 250 families live the whole life here, with the young and the old generation live together. You know how many limestone mountains around you right now? About the number is around 367 limestone mountain and island around you now. And this one is around 20 million years old. 20 million years old is a long time ago. And this one is have the funny name, the Lucky Rock. The local people, they call this like the Lucky because it didn't fall to the water yet.
The lighting was awful. You could barely see the monkey's face.
I gave up going any higher on that rock climb. It was way too dangerous and I was not comfortable at all. But I still got a really good view. I still saw some monkeys. So I'm happy. Okay, I think I've finally got a good place to film. I'm just in my dorm at the moment in my hostel. Basically, I hate filming in front of people. I'm so awkward about it. I don't like doing it. I'm really uncomfortable, so I would just rather film a load of b-roll and then just sit and talk and then whatever. So basically I'm in Katba at the moment, which is next to Halong Bay. I chose to come to Katba instead of Halong Bay because I've heard that Halong Bay is an absolute shithole, to be honest. And the hostel that I was at in Hanoi, they did a boat tour, but it was like a 2 or 3 day party boat tour around Halong Bay, and that is not for me. I decided to come to Katba and do a tour from here. Yesterday I went on a tour around Lanha Bay, and then we did a small part of Halong Bay, and it wasn't overly touristy. There were some parts that were really busy. We did do a little bit of kayaking, which I don't have any footage for, and parts of that were really quite touristy. I mean, the scenery was absolutely amazing. It was incredible. It's one of them places that you go and you think, wow, like all of these tiny little islands, the limestone cliffs, it's incredible, and you see all these huge birds of prey circling around, but at the same time it's a little sad. Basically there was one part that we went to when we were kayaking, and there was coral and it was all dead, and it was so sad. And I think it was because like we did ask the guide, but he couldn't really give us an explanation. He just said that they collect a lot of mussels from where the coral is, so I think it's from boats, I think it's from tourism, and also I think the water is a little bit polluted around there, and also the amount of rubbish everywhere, mainly in the sea. Like when it's in the sea, that's when I really get like ugh. But yeah, we'd be going through the bay, and there'd just be like plastic bottle here, plastic bottle there, plastic bag over there, some like rubbish somewhere else. And then when we got to Monkey Island, Monkey Island was incredible, and then we were hiking up to the top to the viewpoints, where you could see the other side, and there was just so much rubbish in the sea. It was disgusting. It makes me so sad. It completely takes apart from the experience, I find, because I don't know, I try to do my best when it comes to recycling and things like that, and single-use plastics, although at the moment I am using a lot of bottled water, which I absolutely hate using, but I have no choice. But yeah, like, the plastic problem in Asia is huge. I saw it in Hanoi. In Hanoi it was disgusting. You were walking down the street and the street had like just piles of rubbish everywhere. And then I remember seeing this one woman, she had some like packaging or something in her hand, and she just threw it into the gutter. And it's so sad. It is so sad to see. So I made it to the national park. The bus finally came after about 45 minutes of waiting, but it was fine, and it only cost £1 to get here, and then the entrance fee was about £2.50, which really isn't bad at all. I'm already so out of breath. I'm absolutely sweating. I'm just on my way down. I'm nearly all the way down now. I'm so glad I came. I'm so glad that I did it. I'm glad that I went all the way to the top. I didn't think I was going to be able to do it, and I did. So yeah, it's been an amazing time in Katba. I've seen some incredible things, and then tomorrow I go to Sapa. We're about 5 hours into the journey, I think, and I think we've just popped a tyre. I've been through a lot. So basically I got a sleeper bus yesterday from Katba to Sapa, which is, I can't remember how many miles it is, but it's really far, and it was going to be about a 12-hour journey. So I was prepared. I'd bought some snacks, thank God, and at the last minute I bought some water because I wasn't going to bring any, because I thought, oh, maybe they'll give me some on the bus or they'll stop or whatever. All was good, all was fine. The sleeper bus was so comfortable, and I was actually really enjoying it. We stopped for a toilet break about 3 hours in, I want to say, and then about another 2 hours later we broke down at the side of the road. The axle had gone or something on the bus. Basically it'd been making a weird noise ever since we left Katba, which was not a good sign. Massive bang. I thought the tyre had blown at first, but it wasn't. And we were all stood at the side of the road for 3 hours. There was nothing around apart from we had to walk down the road and go down a ditch to a little shop, and the only things that they sold were crisps and what I thought was orange juice. Had a carton, downed it because I was so thirsty. It was fine, and then I was about to drink another carton and I looked on the packet. I thought, fruity milk? What is fruity milk? And then I used Google Translate the camera, and it turns out that it's actually orange flavoured milk. Yeah, didn't have one again. We finally got back on the road. We'd stopped off for a food break, which I thought, yes, like everybody who could speak English, which I think was one person, was like, are you hungry? And we were like, yeah, we're hungry. So I went to the toilet, and then I noticed the driver eating a meal, so I bought a meal because I assumed that we'd have a good amount of time at the stop. Literally about 2 minutes later, they were peeping, like, everybody back on the bus. I'd literally eaten about a quarter of it, so I was fuming at this point. It was dark and it was raining and I just wanted to come home. I was actually considering bringing my flight forward a little bit. You know what, I'm done with this. I'm defeated. Not that going home early means that you're defeated, but I felt defeated. I thought, I can't do this anymore. We got to Sapa town. It was maybe like 10 p.m. I think, maybe a little bit after. And me and this English couple that I'd met on the bus were trying to get a taxi. We agreed that it'd be cheaper to just share a taxi. Makes sense. My hostel is not actually in Sapa. It's in a village just outside of Sapa, but it's really difficult to get to. And all the taxi drivers were either saying no, or they were trying to charge us way too much. We looked on Grab and they were trying to charge us double, if not even more. So we were saying, absolutely not, no way. So I was thinking, shit, what am I gonna do? And I had 4% battery on my phone, so even trying to look at a hostel, I had no chance. Luckily, the English people had a charger, so I was able to quickly just have a little look on Hostel World, see what was available. I called a hostel, the first one that I saw that was the cheapest, and I said, like, have you got a room tonight? If so, can I check in? Like, yes, of course. And so luckily it was not too far from where the English people were staying. We managed to get a taxi for almost £1 each, which was nothing compared to what the drivers were trying to charge us before. I ended up staying in this random hostel. It actually turned out to be really nice. I got here, I just wanted to sit down and have a cry. I wanted to cry on the bus, and I thought, no, I'll wait till I'm at a hostel, sit on my bed and just let it out. And then I met the nicest Vietnamese girl last night. I walked in, it was really late. She's like, oh my god, it's so late, you must be so tired. And then she started talking about where she was from. She was from Ho Chi Minh City, and how she'd love to live in England, and it made me feel so much better. Sapa is absolutely beautiful. This morning I was having my coffee, looking out at the mountains, and I thought, maybe this was worth it. Maybe all of the drama yesterday was worth it. And then I walked around Sapa town because I was thinking, oh, maybe I should just stay in Sapa town, but actually it's a little too touristy and you're getting hassled all the time, and there's so much building work going on that it's quite hard to walk around, because as you're walking around, the cars and the traffic are trying to walk around, so it's a little bit difficult. Okay.
Okay.
Okay.